And welcome to another round of Sports Reviews. Tonight I'm recapping the semifinals of the 2021 Scotiabank CONCACAF League. Pretty quick video here, not much to talk about, just some thoughts about each tie. Tell you what the final is, like we don't know already, and then we'll be done. And how many of the ties I got right and wrong. First off, Comunicaciones FC 3, CD Guastatoya 1. Comunicaciones FC dominates the tie, goes through to the final as the first Guatemalan team to make the CONCACAF League final. Good tie. Comunicaciones was the dominant team. We all went in knowing it was probably Comunicaciones. Guastatoya just could not keep up. They couldn't. Yeah, they got one late goal in the second leg, but honestly, it was all Comunicaciones. And they've been a Cinderella team so far in this tournament, but they've been very good at the same time. Strong, good team, well defensively, great offensively, good offensively. They've scored the most goals in the tournament so far. They definitely have now, because Forge didn't score any in Honduras, and Comunicaciones scored 3 at home, so yeah. Comunicaciones has scored most goals in this tournament. They're pretty damn good. Now, I don't think they're as good as Motagua, but we'll get into that when I predict the final. Not tonight. But I think you know where I'm leaning, honestly. I don't think I'm going to shock you with my prediction when it comes out next week. I don't. So, with that being said, Comunicaciones was the much better team. Guastatoya couldn't do a damn thing about it. They were just trash, frankly. They were trash. They didn't even try. But I got that tie right. 1 right so far, 1 for 1. But sadly, second semifinal, FC Motagua 2, Forge FC 2. FC Motagua wins on away goals due to the 2 goals they scored at Tim Hortons Field. Forge FC couldn't pot one in Honduras. And it looked like they could have, and it looked like they would have. They didn't do it. But honestly, Forge never quit. They never quit, but Motagua was just slightly better on the tie. If Forge played their full game in the first leg and didn't allow those 2 goals, especially the second, they'd be going through right now. Or if they scored 1 in Honduras, they would be going through right now. It's the fine margins. Forge didn't get blown out of the water. Like, everybody was like, oh, they are. Motagua is so much better. No. Forge FC held their own. 2 draws against a Honduran giant. 2019, they got their show ran by Olympia in Honduras. They beat them at home. 3rd minute goal by Chris Nanko. They go down to Honduras and get their show ran. 4-1. So 4-2 on aggregate to Olympia. 3 years ago. 3 years later, they go back down to Honduras in the semifinal of the CONCACAF League, no less, and have a 2-2 draw at home, 0-0 draw away, this close. They had 4 great chances to pot 1 goal and go to the final. That's growth in 3 years from a brand new league. The Canadian Premier League, 3 years old. They've grown so much, and honestly, to be this close, but yet so far, is a achievement. And you have to have these moments. Forge FC is a team that I think could definitely do some big things in the Champions League next year. Because they're not a normal pot 2 team. They never quit. They never stop. They are a band of brothers that play great football. They know what they're supposed to play. They know how they're supposed to play. And how they want to play. I don't care about their being paid less than most of the teams. All the teams in pot 1. Don't care. I'd rather have brotherhood than money. These players are talented. Becker, Babuli, Borges, Brownie, Navarro, Awua, Crutzen, Methuselah, Henry, so on and so forth. Akinyoti Janssen, they're talented. They're about to have a three-peat in the CPL on Sunday. Very likely. Yes. Pacific's a great team under Pab Moduka. And if Pacific so do win, they'll be in next year's CONCACAF League. And hell, I'll support them because they're the Canadian team. And I want to see them do good, Pacific. But it's going to be Forge. They're going to win at home on Sunday against Pacific. Let me tell you that. 3-1. Just my guess. Even without Crutzen. Just my guess. The way they played against Motagua, they're going to take that to the CPL final. They score goals at home. They're going to be mad about this. They're going to win. Pacific won't know what hit them. And they're a good team, but they won't know what hit them. Forge will be 3-time Canadian Premier League champions on Sunday evening. Bet on it. But a good tie. Forge kept on fighting. They just couldn't get it done. 1 goal more or 1 goal less, they'd be going through. Fine margins. But they played so well, especially the second leg and the last 20-25 minutes of the first. But you have to play 2 full games in the semifinal, and they did not. And that's why they lost. So I'm 1 for 2 on my semifinal predictions. Yet so far. Yet so close, but yet so far. But I think Motagua Forge was the true final, honestly. Which tells you where I'm going with my prediction next week, but who cares? I'm not doing it now. But you probably know what I'm going to do, but I'm not doing it until next week. So, your CONCACAF League final for 2021, Comunicaciones FC of Guatemala versus FC Motagua of Honduras. Going to be a good final, and we'll cover both legs live in RSR. We have 5 matches. All the matches that I cover will be live RSR from now out. And a 6th live because of the CONCACAF Champions League draw the day after RSR3 has its season finale with a CONCACAF League final. But technically, that doesn't count the streams. But I had to do some for the CCL draw, and I had to do it on the day after my RSR season ends. It's only going to be like an hour 30 with my thoughts. I'm going to throw my thoughts in there, unlike this past 2021 season for the Champions. 2022 draw, I'll add my thoughts in there, so I don't have to make a separate RSR for it. I'll watch the draw, I'll give you my thoughts, then we'll cut it. Technically, since it's the end of RSR 3, and I'm not starting RSR 4 till Mississippi State's bowl game on December 30th, 31st, January 1st, or January 4th. It's going to be one of those 4 days. Don't know exactly which one they get, but I'm hearing Texas Bowl, which is the 4th, but I'm not. I don't think it'll be like 2 days after Christmas or like the 27th of December. It'll be the 30th, 31st, 1st of January, or 4th of January. Because Texas Bowl is the 4th of January. But we'll see how that goes. You know how we normally start these seasons anyway. With a Mississippi State game for some reason. Happened every year. It's going to happen again with their bowl game. So with that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Check out my Patreon, $5, $10, or $20 a month. Anything's appreciated. Help support the channel. Also, or you could just wait for the YouTube memberships when they start next year. Those will be lower tiered or lower dollar tiers and only 2, but we'll work on that. Also support by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, hitting that big red bell notification once you do subscribe, putting super chats in the live streams, putting this in playlists and sharing this with your friends and family, all that great stuff. Tomorrow, I have a live watch-along in RSR for Portland Timbers versus Real Salt Lake in the MLS Cup playoffs, Western Conference semifinal. Going to be a big match. Going to have a fun time. And this is the home stretch, the really true home stretch. We got to do some great stuff here. So there you go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.